Welcome to another episode of 9 to 5 Mac Weekly, where the iPhone has never looked so blue twice. I am your host, Miles Somerville, and if you're a fan of good ideas, consider subscribing to the channel for future content like this. Today was finally the day. Apple unveiled a whole bunch of new hardware, including the new iPhone 13 lineup. So let's break down everything that dropped today. But first, a word from our sponsor. Big thanks to Declutter for sponsoring 9 to 5 Mac on YouTube. With the new iPhones on the way, the value of the current generation models are going to drop, and on average, iPhones lose about 12% of their value after the launch of a new model. So you definitely want to check out channel sponsor Declutter. Declutter offers a really simple and safe way for you to sell your tech, including iPhones. Just tell Declutter what you'd like to sell, and then you can ship your devices out for free to be traded in. And instead of getting credit for your iPhone, Declutter pays in cash and up to 33% more than carrier buyback programs. Phones sold to Declutter are repaired, refurbished, and then given a new home, which helps in reducing a lot of e-waste. So check the link in the description to get the most value out of your current device, hassle-free. Declutter's offering a 28-day price lock guarantee for your iPhone trade-in right now, and you can get an extra 10% when you trade in any device with the code 9to5Mac. And trust me, you're gonna want to do this as soon as possible. Thanks to Declutter for sponsoring 9 to 5 Mac on YouTube. Apple actually started the hardware announcements in a surprise turn, starting with the iPad. They announced the iPad 9 firstly, and like the rumor suggested, this isn't a major overhaul by any means. The biggest update here is the new A13 Bionic processor. This makes the iPad about 20% faster, which is nice to see, and you're gonna get all of the benefits that come with the A13, like the upgraded camera performance. And in an even more surprising turn, Apple revealed an updated 12 megapixel ultra-wide angle camera capable of center stage, so this feature is no longer exclusive to the M1 iPad Pros, which is nice to see. You're also going to be getting an updated True Tone display. The resolution will just stay the same though, it's just going to have True Tone capability now. And then the cherry on top is the elimination of 32 gigabytes in favor of 64 gigabytes for the same price as last year to start. And it'll be available to order today, with it shipping next week. You're never supposed to expect a gigantic update for the regular iPad model, so all the refinements that have been added to this year's model, in addition to the fact that the price is staying the same, is good by me. So definitely be on the lookout for our review on the channel, as I've got mine on order. Apple then went on to announce the iPad mini. I didn't think it would get announced this soon, but they unveiled the full redesigned iPad mini, which is basically now a baby iPad Air. And like the rumor suggested, it's got the top-mounted volume buttons. And the iPad mini will not have the exact same colors as the iPad Air as some might have expected. You're actually going to get a pink, purple, and starlight color options for the iPad mini. And none of them are jiving with me personally, but that's what the space gray is for. You're also getting the A15 Bionic CPU and USB-C just like the iPad Air. The rear camera now has a 12 megapixel sensor with an f1.8 aperture, and just like the iPad 9, you're getting the 12 megapixel ultra-wide angle front-facing camera with center stage. And of course, with the redesign, the Mini will also come with support for the Apple Pencil 2, which is why the volume buttons are top mounted. And with all of that for a starting price of $499, it's not exactly a mega bargain, and I was afraid the price was gonna go up with all the upgrades they were making, but I'd say it's a reasonable price point for everything you're getting. The Mini is available to order today, right now, and will be shipping next week. Moving on to the Apple Watch, they finally unveiled the same...
No, this one's different.
Oh wait, it's not the same?
Yeah, this is new.
This is a new watch?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the leaks surrounding the design were mostly wrong. You've got 40% thinner borders on the display, but it's just as round as ever as far as I'm concerned. The display is also substantially brighter, and you're going to be getting 33% faster charging and better dust resistance. And then you're getting 5 new colors, including this new green color, which is very reminiscent of the midnight green iPhone 11 Pro. And we're not getting ceramic Apple Watches this time around, but we are getting titanium Apple Watches with its own set of colors. Overall, this is a pretty minor upgrade like the rumor suggested, and even more minor because there really wasn't a redesign at all. And a lot of credible people corroborated this leak, so I'm extremely surprised, quite honestly. The Apple Watch is going to be coming later this fall, according to Apple, and for the same starting price as the Series 6, so be on the lookout for that later this year. They didn't provide any month or concrete date. My guess would be probably late October. Apple then went on to finally announce the iPhone 13 lineup, and as the leak suggested, the iPhone 13 is pretty much what we expected as far as it being an S-tier upgrade this year. Firstly, there's 5 new colors for the regular 13 and 13 mini. You've got a pink, blue, Midnight, Starlight, and a slightly different product red iPhone 13 this time around. And just as leaked, we've got a slightly smaller notch on the display. And speaking of the display, it's essentially the same. You're gonna be getting the same Super Retina XDR display with a 28% brightness increase up to 800 nits. You are, however, getting an updated CPU in the form of the A15 Bionic. This processor is marginally faster in all of the same areas you'd expect: increased computing power, a faster neural engine, and new video encoders and decoders. The cameras on the 13 and 13 mini have also been updated just like the leak suggested. Although it's nothing crazy, I think these are some pretty solid additions. You're firstly going to be getting an updated wide-angle camera that'll capture 47% more light, as well as an updated ultra-wide camera that'll now support night mode. And then the cherry on top here is the addition of OIS for the camera system. Apple then started showing off some new video features for the iPhone 13 lineup, including their new cinematic video mode. And this is probably the biggest update in the video department since they announced HDR last year. This feature enables you to actively track and focus on different people within the frame, whoever you choose. And then there's some software-based depth of field effects that you can play with beforehand and after the fact when you're editing. And cinematic mode will record all video in Dolby Vision HDR, because HDR for the win. They also made improvements in the battery life department as well, as all the leaks suggested. The improved battery life is a combination of the A15 Bionic processor, a larger battery, and software optimization according to Apple. And based on the way they worded it, it sounds like the battery isn't even going to be big enough to discuss the numerical size difference between this year and last year. So we'll have to see how much better it actually is when we get our hands on it later next week. But that's pretty much it as far as upgrades for the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. Like we said, this is very much an S-year type of upgrade. The prices haven't changed though, so that's cool. And then Apple finally capped off the event by announcing the new iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. And it's gonna come in this new Sierra blue color, which looks really, really clean. The Pros have that slightly smaller notch, just like the regular 13 and 13 mini, and we finally got Pro Motion on an iPhone. This was the feature that literally everyone following the leaks was looking forward to the most, and I'm glad we at least got it on the Pro models this year. It's about time. You're of course also getting the A15 Bionic CPU and even more camera upgrades on the Pro models. You're getting a new 77mm telephoto lens with 3x optical zoom and a new sensor for the ultra-wide angle camera, which enables night mode. The ultra-wide camera will also be able to shoot photos in a new macro mode. They also announced a new photographic styles feature, which is basically just Apple made presets for your photos, not anything crazy. On the video side of things, you're getting a few cool features like a slow-mo macro video mode, and then you're getting ProRes video recording, and this is a really cool feature for professional video shooters who want an end-to-end pro workflow. That's going to be a really cool feature to test out. You're getting an improved battery in both models, just like with the regular 13s, and they snuck in the addition of a 1TB storage option at the very end. And you're getting all of this for the same price as last year. All 13 models will be available to order this Friday with a release on September 24th next week. And that's your Apple event, folks. A lot of things didn't make it to the fold that we thought would, like AirPods. We got no AirPods, no redesigned Apple Watch, no always on display for the iPhone, but I'd say everything that was announced was pretty solid nonetheless. But you know the drill, folks. Be sure to subscribe to the channel now, because Jeff and I will be covering all of the hardware that dropped from this event. So if you're looking forward to that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys pretty soon. Thanks again to Declutter for sponsoring 9to5Mac on YouTube. With the new iPhones on the way, the value of the current generation models are going to drop, and on average, iPhones lose about 12% of their value after the launch of a new model. So you definitely want to check out channel sponsor Declutter. Declutter offers a really simple and safe way for you to sell your tech, including iPhones. Just tell Declutter what you'd like to sell, and then you can ship your devices out for free to be traded in. And instead of getting credit for your iPhone, Declutter pays in cash and up to 33% more than carrier buyback programs. Phones sold to Declutter are repaired, refurbished, and then given a new home, which helps in reducing a lot of e-waste. So check the link in the description to get the most value out of your current device, hassle-free. Declutter's offering a 28-day price lock guarantee for your iPhone trade-in right now, and you can get an extra 10% when you trade in any device with the code 9to5Mac. And trust me, you're going to want to do this as soon as possible. Thanks to Declutter for sponsoring 9to5Mac on YouTube.